What's up, YouTube? It's your boy M8trix21 back with yet another video, and today we're going to talk about four Power Ranger knockoffs, sort of knockoffs, from the 90s that do need Funko Pop. So let's get right into it. Let's go. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well so you never miss a video. And if you're a returning viewer, thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button. Now let's get to the pops. So like I said, we're going to talk about four Power Ranger knockoffs from the 90s that I did enjoy. I watched all of these shows. They're pretty dope, but I think they deserve Funko Pops. Kind of think of it, we only have Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Pops as it is. We do need more seasons of Power Rangers, but outside of that, there were some pretty good shows that came out in the 90s that deserve Funko Pops as well. So let's get right into it with number 4. But actually, before we get into those top 4, let's talk about what Power Rangers is. I mean, if you think about it, Power Rangers is kind of a knockoff of itself, of Super Sentai from Japan. It's kind of a knockoff, but I mean, it kind of borrows a lot of the stuff. Anything that was Ranger suits was pretty much borrowed from Super Sentai, and everything that wasn't was new. But at the end of the day, it was so popular in the early 90s that, of course, you had to keep going, keep making more of it, and to do sort of spin-offs of it. First one I remember was VR Troopers, and like I said, some of these spin-offs were kind of Super Sentai as well. It wasn't just like these were different shows. Some of them came from the same exact show that Power Rangers took from. So is it really a knockoff? Probably not. Probably not. But at the end of the day, it's not Power Rangers, and it wasn't as popular as Power Rangers. So we got to put that as a knockoff or a rip-off or whatever you want to call it. Either way, they were pretty good shows in my opinion. So now let's get to number 4. So number 4, we have VR Troopers. 1994 to 1996, had 92 episodes and spanned over 2 seasons. 2 seasons at 92 episodes, man. We can't even get anime and stuff now with more than 8 episodes sometimes. But 2 seasons, 92 episodes from 94 to 96. Revolved around 3 main characters, 3 main troopers. Not Rangers, Troopers. So if we were to get Funko Pops, we would definitely need those 3, which you can see on the screen. They're pretty dope, man. I always love the design of these. A little bit more complicated than regular Power Ranger designs, but at the end of the day, they were still pretty cool. Had the same kind of formula where you have 3 teenagers with a kind of Zordon type figure, and that's what it was. That's pretty much what it was. Instead of 5 figures, you have 3. But still, overall, it was pretty dope. Like I said, getting 3 of these pops would be pretty dope. But I don't know how many people nowadays still know what VR Troopers are. Maybe the kids that grew up in the 90s, like I did, early 90s, that was really into Power Rangers, would enjoy these pops. But I think they would sell. You put them in a limited form, maybe just for Comic-Con or something like that, and I think they would be a good selling point. But like I said, don't overdo these because, like I said, a lot of people may know who Power Rangers is. They don't know who VR Troopers are. So VR Troopers at number 4 would be pretty dope. At number 3, we have Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Free to ghost who made them Beetleborgs. Big Bad Beetleborgs. Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Ran from 96 to 98. Once again, only had 2 seasons. This time it had 88 episodes. So 88 episodes, 2 seasons. It was pretty big, like I said. You did have that same formula of 3 kids, this time a little bit younger than teenagers. Well, 2 of them were kind of teenagers. I think one, the girl was maybe 10 or something like that. But younger kids in this one, and instead of just having like the Zordon type figure, you have monsters. So you have monsters, you have like Power Rangers type stuff, a lot going on, comic books. It was pretty dope in my opinion. One of my favorites of the whole Power Ranger kind of knockoff thing. This was a little bit different, had its own kind of similar formula, but to me it was a little bit better than VR Troopers and a little bit better than the other ones that's coming along. But so this probably was my favorite, but I think the design of the characters was pretty nice. Like I said, you just do the 3 regular ones. You could do the extra one. I can't remember what his name was. You can do the extra Beetleborg or do their metallic forms as well. So I think either way go, just do the 3 regular ones. Maybe Flabber would be cool as well. But overall, this would be dope to get. But I think people may remember Beetleborgs a little bit more than VR Troopers, but either way I go, I'm not sure if there's going to be a huge fan base for it, but like I said, a kid who grew up in the 90s would definitely love these and definitely pick these up. Keep it small, don't overdo it, don't try to treat it like it's Power Rangers because it's not, and this line probably would sell pretty well. So at number 3, we have Big Bad Beetleborgs. Let's go. So at number 2, run for 40 episodes over 2 seasons from 1995 through 1996, we have The Masked Rider.
Protected from the advancing evil of Count Dragon and his vicious insectoids. Once on Earth, he is adopted by a kind family and learns to live as a human.
This is an interesting one because this one's, we know what this is based off of. It's based on Kamen Rider, and to be honest with you, Kamen Rider should have his own Funko Pops anyway. It was big enough on his own right to actually, I think, have his own Funko Pops. But Mask Rider was the American spinoff of that, which still kind of was similar to Power Rangers, where you have a masked person, armored person, or teenager fighting crime. This is a little bit different though, because it came from outer space, and he fought to protect that as well as Earth, and I just think this is pretty dope. I love his design. Like I said, you only have to make one pop from this. Just the Mask Rider, that is it. Even though he has many different forms, just make the regular one, and I think it'll be dope. Maybe do it like you did for like Escape from New York with Snake Plissken, this one super like kind of rare 300 limited or 3000 limited Funko Pop, and that would be dope enough for Comic-Con. But the Mask Rider, I think, would be pretty cool. In his own, like I said, it's dope. Kamen Rider has his own history and own lore, but at the end of the day, it still is sort of a ripoff of Power Rangers, but at the end of the day, it has its own DNA and his own thing going. But it did have a spinoff of Power Rangers back in the day, but I think personally, Kamen Rider would be dope as his own. Well, the Mask Rider, the English version of it, would be dope as a Funko Pop. If not, just do the Kamen Rider anyway, because it's more known as Kamen Rider than Mask Rider at the end of the day. So at number 2, we have the Mask Rider. And so at number 1, this is my favorite, mainly because of the theme music for the show. This was super dope. We have Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Superhuman Samurai. Superhuman Samurai.
Definitely was a dope show back in the early 90s. It aired from 1994 through 1995. Another short one, only 53 episodes on one season. One season, 53 episodes is nuts. But this one was super dope. Like I said, it's still a Power Ranger ripoff because you have teenagers in armor fighting the forces of evil. But this one was different. It was fought on like computer circuits and stuff like that, which at the time, I mean, looking back on it, the CGI on this does not, none of this stuff holds up at all if you watch it now. But at the end of the day, back then, when I was a kid growing up, and in 94, when I was 7, it was dope, man. It was a super cool show. I loved everything about the rock band, the rock type stuff with it. The visuals was nice back then, as well as the theme. The theme song was dope. You know how the theme song was hidden. So definitely back in the day, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad would be dope. You got to do Servo if you want to do a Funko Pop from this, and I think that's pretty much all you need. Servo would be cool enough, but people may mistake him for Ultraman. It is what it is. Do Servo, do some of his armor or whatever, the different power-ups, and I think that'd be dope. Once again, keep it super limited because I think this is super obscure, and a lot of people may not know who Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad is, but I do, and I would like to see it. So number 1, we have Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And let's go. So that was just 4 knockoffs from Power Rangers that I think would make good Funko Pops. Like I said, all these should be super limited, nothing big, because if you do, they will sit. I just don't think enough people know a lot about it. And with that being said, they probably won't make it. But at the end of the day, I think these will be dope, and I hope we get at least one of these. I think it'll be dope. Kamen Rider would be dope. But I mean, there are other knockoffs, other Power Ranger type shows that would do good as well. But at the end of the day, we need more Power Ranger Pops. We need more seasons of Power Rangers. SPD, let's go. But that's a video for another day. But let me know how you feel about this. What other Power Ranger type show would you like to see get Funko Pops made? And that's all I got for you on this one. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well so you never miss a video. This is your boy M8trix21. Peace. Talk to you all later. Bye.
Perfect.